Humans are weird. Let's work it out. Wow, wow, wow. The critical point is that we maintain the proper moisture gradient for the other species, Gestures oddly said as he held up the data pad. Even a human's native microfauna is insufficient to defend them from the fungal growths on this planet if their feet are not kept in an exactly balanced moisture environment. The new quartermaster, who was to replace Gestures oddly, was trying very hard to attend to what the older quartermaster was saying. However, several of his appendages were drifting around, trying to find the source of the pulsing sound that bled down from the atmosphere into their aquatic habitat. Gestures oddly considered taking pity on him, but decided that it would be counterproductive. If the new quartermaster was to be successful in his post, he would have to learn how to deal with humans. The sooner he learned what input was safe to filter out and what was not, the better. Gestures oddly tightened his appendages a bit and continued to discuss the reasons that they maintained such an abrupt moisture gradient in the base. When the new quartermaster finally did interrupt, he seemed to have taken the hint that the noise was unimportant and only asked about the Shatar. Yes, Gestures oddly said, letting his appendages twitch in discomfort. That was our hubris, I'm afraid. Normally no hive would ever allow even a 12th cousin to risk herself on a world this hazardous. They really have no defenses worth mentioning on the surface of their outer membranes, and such a damp base as this would be off limits. However, we had been so successful with the humans, the university sent us a Shatar biochemist. She got a mild abrasion on her foot, mild even by their standards, and the infection set in quickly. Very odd that. It wasn't a fungus, it was a plant. The hive naturally snatched her back so quickly that we barely had time to finish sending them the report on her health. I hear they had to amputate the leg, the first medical amputation they have had to perform in generations. It was quite traumatic for the entire hive. The telling of the tragedy had almost distracted the new quartermaster from the sound, but they were reaching the part of the briefing where they had to go and inspect the giant fans that were used to circulate the air past the dehumidifier systems. The new quartermaster posed the natural question about using such inefficient circulatory systems in favor of passive and thermal designs, and Gestures oddly gave a hum of approval. We want a lack of efficiency, Gestures oddly said. The passive systems have no vibration. In the moist sections, the fungus grow wild. In the dry sections, the lichens latch on and grow constantly. The vibrations keep a large percentage of the biomatter from finding secure holds, and added to the chaotic air movements, saves us hundreds of hours of cleaning. Even so, we have to send in rotational scrub bots to scour the walls, and treat them with elemental antibiotics on a regular basis. The new quartermaster asked about the human rumors, and Gestures oddly jiggled in a fit of humor. Oh yes, that is all quite true, he said. The humans get so attached to the cleaning bots. They have named the ones on this base Spinny McSpinface and Everspinnin. Supposedly these sound patterns have ancient cultural meanings, but I have not bothered researching them. They were reaching the source of the odd pulsing sounds, and Gestures oddly could tell that the new quartermaster was about to ask about the clearly non-mechanical noise. However, he had timed their swim precisely, and they came up just by the main vents where the giant circulation fans were placed. The fans were set into the wall on one side of what looked like a comically oversized dehumidifier system. The air was pulled in from outside through the side of a barrel, and the centrifugal force of the air movement caused most of the particulate matter, seeds, spores, pollen, and the like, to fall into the biomass collectors below before the air was pulled through the first of 3 filters. Then, the air was dehumidified mechanically by a temperature gradient, passed through another filter for finer particulate matter, was dehumidified chemically, and passed through an active carbon nanotube system that worked on a molecular level before rehumidifying the now clean water and forcing it out into the base through 3 fans, each with the diameter of a large ungulate with all of his appendages spread for open ocean swimming. Of course, Gestures oddly went on, switching entirely to their native language of gestures and touches as the pulsing sounds overwhelmed them in the open air. It is all terribly expensive, but the main problems it counters are mostly long-term, so we could shuffle on for several weeks if it had even a catastrophic failure, and the humans assure us so long as the chemical dehumidifiers could be arranged in the inner rooms, they would be fine. Are they? The new quartermaster asked tentatively as they observed the three humans hunched in front of their fans. Are they quite fine now? That cannot be any language. They are fine. They find casting sound at running fans and feeling the resonance it throws back entertaining, Gestures oddly said with a nicely human shrug. It is one of their more harmless forms of entertainment. At least they have not strapped any knives to the vent cleaning robots. The new quartermaster stiffened in confused horror. Gestures oddly waved his main appendages fondly at the chanting humans. Yet, he finished. Humans are weird, let's work it out. Available on Indiegogo for the month of October 2022. Monty Python meets Star Trek in this third book of human absurdity. This book joins its two siblings in a trilogy of human madness. You can find the first two books, author-signed first editions, at Indiegogo with book 3, or you can go on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are available to get your copies of the first two books. Humans Are Weird, Let's Work It Out, book 3 in the series, available on Indiegogo, October 2022.